Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's see if I can get far enough away here. I'm at Roger Williams Park. So I've got to adjust the camera before I actually be doing some Gong work. Actually, I have one other thing I'm gonna do. You see this sock? I'm gonna put that over the microphone to cut down on some of the noise. You can take this, roll it, get double the protection, and do it 3 times and get even more protection. It's going to look a little weird hanging off in this, but and now I'll have to adjust the camera again, but that should cut down on some of the noise and if there's any wind. So that's a cheap or a very inexpensive way to keep the wind out of your microphone on your camera. And since I'm going to be barefoot, then I don't need my socks anyway, so why not use it as a filter? Hopefully you can hear me through that. I doubled it. So if you can hear me, let me know. Hi Emily. Hi Sue. We're going to be covering the energy centers today, which are also known as chakras, or chakras, however you want to say it. You know, it's like potato, potato. Whatever works, goes with you, excellent. I like to call them energy centers because that's what they are. They spin and they create energy. And if they get out of balance, your energy is off in the whole alignment of your body. So we're going to start with our favorite Qigong position. And as you do this, for those that can close their eyes, we're not trying to swing back and forth, we're just letting it happen. It's almost like a movement meditation. Your noises in the background off to that side, which I'll show you later, is one of the oldest running carousels in America. There are little trains going by that are really cute that people take their kids on, and they just kind of follow the walkways around here. This is the Oriental Garden. As you can see, waterfalls. It's absolutely stunning here. The other thing that's happening is this is probably sprayed and I'm in my bare feet, so this video might be a little quicker than the others, so I can go home and wash my feet. But just slip into the ease of this movement. Just feel it. Be sure to move your weight off so most of your weight is on the leg that's supporting over here, and that your foot is lifting off, just your toes are touching the ground. So we're swinging this way and that way. The way the energy centers work in the body is a lot different than just saying root, gut, solar plexus. That's what they are, but as energy centers, we're going to be kind of sticking to heart to third eye, and specifically the throat chakra, because it's much more important than we think. And every day when we hear somebody speaking, they're actually telling us whether what condition that their 5th chakra is in. Whether they know it or not, they are. There's going to be people going by from every now and then, so you may hear some talking in the background. This is great to do first thing in the morning. Start your day. Just get the joints and everything moving. Get some breath work done. And you can do intentional breathing while you're doing this too. And we can slip right into monkey hands, which helps get rid of the monkey mind, increases the oxygen capacity by opening up the chest the ribs, helps your lungs expand even more. Do 100 of these, it'll help your body heal. We're not going to do 100 here today. I seldom do in the videos because I have other things that I want to do. You can just go right back into this. You can have a breathing pattern with this. Remember, every emotion has a breathing pattern associated with it. And if you have lost your ability to love or be loved, or there's a wall between you and the outside world, it's time to let that wall go, because it's holding you from what you really seek, which is love, compassion, friendship, togetherness, community. That's what these walls do. And most of them are built right on that fifth chakra. What activates from the fifth chakra, because it's our ability to express the vision from our third eye, and when it becomes our passion, the third chakra is activated, and we're able to communicate it, to speak it, to express it with our hands, to see it, hear it. And that's what the fifth chakra really is involved in. We envision it, so this is vision, envision, see, hear, speak, and create it through our hands. Now, as this is off and we can't express, it starts to build anxiety, and it builds it in the chest and the shoulders, triceps. And over time, if this is not addressed, if you're really in a situation where you can't express yourself, what happens is everything starts to contract, to recede, to be suppressed, and you are the one who is doing it. So all of a sudden you can't reach as far as you used to. You know, it's very difficult to move, to speak, to express. That's all right here in this fifth chakra. And all this movement will help release whatever is holding that in there, because it's all BS, it's all crap, there's nothing to do with you. It was the opinions of all the small-minded people around you as you were growing up, trying to control you, because every infant has an infinite potential to grow and expand in the world. And when they see that in you, they are more critical than ever, because if you succeed and they don't, you make them look bad. That's why you have to let go of those people. Let go of their opinions. It was an opinion thrown on you to hold you back. Even if they say they love you, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. What matters is you become you, and you're able to express through thought, through vision, right? Through seeing, hearing, and speaking, and building, you know, touching, and being able to sculpt that into reality. And it doesn't matter if you're building automobiles, or if you're an origami paper worker, or if it's your emotions. You have to be around people, or it's good to be around people who will help you expand that vision and communicate what you feel and how you feel without feeling guilty about it, because people, you know, they don't want to hear it. So you're on your own. So it's time to stand up inside yourself, like I did back in 1979, when I was being pushed all over the place because I couldn't read or write. And I couldn't prove anybody wrong because who doesn't know how to spell no and on? Well, being dyslexic, things flip around. I'm detaching myself from that person as we speak. I'm letting that person go. They have no room in my life anymore. That person grew up angry, reactive, overreactive, tongue sharp as a knife, ready to slash anybody that tried to penetrate the wall between me and the outside world, because I was hiding everything I didn't want anybody to know about in that deep dark place in the back of the mind where we hide those things. And once you start speaking them, you start releasing that energy. That's one of the most important things you'll ever do, is release that energy. It's freeing. It makes you lighter. It makes you be able to communicate better, to express yourself, to express your feelings. One of the most important things you'll ever do. So vision, ability to communicate, to get your point across. That's why we use our hands, right? We're using our hands to express ourselves, to express our emotions. And every word we choose has a pattern to it. Every word we choose has an emotion attached to it. And your breathing changes to that emotion. It can happen like that, because that is how the body works. It works before I could do that. It's amazing. And I know I can't read the comments and questions you have, so, you know, write them down. I'll get to them when I get back at the house, like always. And we'll help each other. We're a community of like-minded people here to help each other, to help us find our voice. That's what I've said for years, is I help people find their voice. Well, now I know more about this chakra, this energy center right here, and how it gets out of balance. And that is how it gets out of balance. You are not able to communicate who you are, what you want, where you're going. We're so confused we don't even know what body we're supposed to be born in now. And that causes a lot of communication issues. And there could be guilt associated with anything that you do. Guilt not being able to read or write. Guilt the way you treated someone. It's so valuable to understand that vision, communication, the ability to communicate with others exactly what you want and how you're going to go do it. It's not just a matter of saying it, it's a matter of doing it, because there are plenty of people who have a million ideas and they throw it on the table, or throw them on the table, and they expect somebody else to build it. Well, no. You have an idea, you should be able to communicate and get that done. Being a non-reading, non-writing sign painter for 12 years, working 7 days a week, all over the world in just about any language, because I couldn't read anyway. So an R is no different than drawing a chair, or an L, or because I can draw anything. So that's what I was doing. I was just making symbols. And I would include my artwork, my sculpting, everything in that. And you can too. Whatever your passion is, it goes right here and it expands. And as the more passion you have and the more you can communicate exactly what you want, the faster it will happen. And you got to let go of the past, everything that shut this down, that is keeping you from expressing yourself. Those are the things you need to let go of. You don't even really need to know what they are. Just let them go. That's what I do. I give my body permission to let things go. When I first stood up in front of a crowd and started speaking, my heart was going 1,000 miles an hour, because every time I got in front of a classroom and you can't read or write, and they expect you to do that, it's panic time. And where does panic live in breath? Shallow breathing. Anxiety and panic right here. And the more you shallow breathe, the more you're feeding that. And the more the circle of influence you have is telling you that you can't do it, and that you're too tall, you're too short, you're too strong, you're too weak, you're not educated enough, you don't have the right diplomas. BS, all of it. Every single word is BS. Oh, well, I have to have this certificate. You know how many people have certificates that have never used them? And how many people have certificates that don't know how to help people? It's mind-boggling. Very few make it. Part of that is they're not able to communicate. They don't have the vision. They don't have the heart. And they don't have the ability to speak it. When you eliminate your past hurdles, hurts, depression, all of a sudden everything opens up and you're able to communicate freely. You're able to communicate, and you know what else? You know who to talk to just by the way they respond. If I talk to someone about health, I had this happen the other day. I didn't know this, but we were talking and I started talking about herbs, and he goes, "Oh, you're one of those health guys." Well, I'm married to a doctor. Okay, and so they're brought up to believe that we're crazy. Yet what we do works too. It's insane what's going on. Let's do a couple of stomps on the earth here. Get our whole body involved. Get shaking. Shake some of this stuff out. This gets rid of nervous tension. Shake your whole body. Shake your head and your jaw. Just make sure you keep a little tension in your jaw, because you can actually dislocate it. Everything else should be pretty good. Stomp on the ground helps build bone, bone marrow. That shock goes right up through your whole body. Get your arms swinging as you're stomping the ground. This right here is great to get rid of tension in the shoulders. That'll help open up that fifth chakra. I'm just looking down at the ground here, and there's all kinds of goose poop around me, so I got to be careful where I'm stepping. So we won't be doing too much stepping today. I did want to show you one new to us, okay, movement, and that is to cup your hands at the bottom, and you're pulling energy. This is your energy center right here. This is the real battery of your body. You're scooping up this energy and you're bringing it up over your head. And what that does is it dumps it down through the crown chakra right down into the body to help align it, to help strengthen it, to help create the new you. So we go here, and then we go back down, and we lift this foot. And then we go up, and we go back down. This is probably called the crane, because it kind of reminds me of the martial arts crane position. It helps with internal stability, all those secondary muscles along the spine. It helps to strengthen those so your posture is better. Remember, if you sit in a chair for 3 hours, your whole core of your body's shutting down. Your digestion, your immune system, everything starts to shut down. And that'll slow down your vision, your ability to communicate, and depending on your circle of influence and the hurts and the things you experienced over your life, will start to close down this fifth chakra. So we want to keep that open, keep it healthy, keep it alive, keep it full of momentum to help us as we're moving through life. Now, with this position, you can also step forward. So you don't have to stand in one spot. If you find it easier to move and maintain your balance, then move and maintain your balance. And for people with shoulder injuries, you can do, well, you're going to have to do it this way, up and then down. Scoop so that your hands, remember we did this one and that helps break up tissue? Well, you can scoop, you go up. If this one will only go this far, that's what you do. And you scoop, and you scoop. Doesn't matter which arm it is, could be this one. But whatever one will go all the way, do that. If they both won't, just go up as far as you can and around. The movement in the shoulders is important. You can get a lot of energy blocks in your joints. And you don't want energy blocks in your joints because, let's say it's a shoulder, and I douse that and there's low energy here. Well, that can run all the way down the arm to all the other joints. And over time, this arm will start to have issues. And it's all from lack of energy being able to flow through here. And what are shoulders? They're our ability to move forward. They're part of our expression. And when it gets stuck, it means that we're not able to express. When our shoulders get so tight we can hardly move, we're unable to express our true self. That's why it's important to let go of all the past issues that you have had. You know, and if you like what I'm talking about here, be sure to hit the like, the wow, the love, the smiley face. Let me know that I'm talking about something that will help you in the future and that I should do future videos on. Because this is what I would say 99% of the people are suffering from. It is supposed to be 70% stress, which is the inability to communicate and to express yourself. 70% of the reason people go to doctors is stress. It's stress related. And it's you know, and your muscles can get they are so strong, even when you don't think they are. They can hold your spine, like just one section of your spine, it can pull it out of sync, and it goes, everything is out of sync after that. So lay on your back on the floor and just tell your body to relax. Any joints that need to be adjusted in the spine, give it permission to adjust it. You'd be surprised how many will pop in place. I do that every single day. And I stretch my hands out when I'm laying on my back on the floor. I stretch my hands and my feet, put my feet together, and I stretch my whole body. And you hear these little pops and clicks and things going on. For me, most of them are up here in the shoulders because that's where I carry, like you, a lot of my tension. And it's not about being perfect after that. You're still going to you still might have issues. Just like I do. You know, you still get upset. But it's not getting upset, it's what you do once you are upset. It's how you release do some shoulder extensions here. Shake some of that out. This is why we shake when we get scared. It's our nervous system trying to shake that feeling off, as those chemicals are flooding through our body. Kind of on a downhill slant here. It seems to be helping me. And I hope you're enjoying this view. It is stunning here. Hopefully that sock is working well also. I'll keep experimenting with that. Since I have to take my socks, I don't have to, but I choose to take my socks off when I get here. And this is something else. We've been brought up to believe that we have to. That's what we say. Well, I have to do this. Well, I have to do that. No. You choose to do it. Whole different psychology. Whole different attitude when you say, I choose to do this because I can. I don't have to. I choose to. Just little things like that. Little things that we say that can affect our lives so much. Trying to figure out which breath work I want to do here. We're going to do a rapid. Now normally I would sit, or you can kneel, kneel back on your legs, but you want your whole core straight. This is how energy travels through these centers. It starts at the root, goes to the gut, the solar plexus, a connection to the sun, then the heart, and the heart expands energy. It can actually be measured when it's full on, 3 feet out on both sides of your body. There's so much energy being generated, and that's being generated for you, and it's communicating with the universe. So if your heart's sick and your heart is diminished and suppressed, it's putting that out there. And every word you speak, the universe is giving you that back. And the more you believe that that's what's going to happen to you, the more it sends you. But when you open the heart like a flower that just unfolds and is full of love and creation and lack of judgment, the whole world will shift because the universe is getting a different message. You can't build health and wealth on a suppressed heart. But you can build health, wealth, happiness, joy, fulfillment when your heart is sending that message out to the universe. It's really important, and it's so simple. So simple. And you know what it works on? Same thing that cell phone works on. It works on the ethers. It's a crystal in there and a battery. But we have crystal compounds in our skeletal structure, which is our antenna for the universe. Think about that for a second. We have crystal compounds in our body that generate energy. And this is our battery. Crystals, batteries, phone. Works on the ethers, goes from tower to tower to tower. One of the weakest examples of our body there is, because it drops calls. It doesn't function properly sometimes. You get too far away from a tower, it doesn't work. You are never away from a tower. You are connected to the entire universe. And the more love and the more amazing things that you create, that goes into the universe for other people to draw on. And how do we know that? You know there were 8 different people working on the airplane to fly, and there were Frenchmen. There was one friend, there was a guy who flew within minutes of the Wright brothers. But you don't hear about them in history. But how did that happen? How did 8 people around the world that had no connection with each other start building an airplane all at the same time? Because they were connected passionately to what they wanted, and they could see it, and hear it, and feel it, and speak it, and build it right from here, right from vision to reality. This creates reality. Heart, 5th chakra, and our ability to see something that has never even been created yet. That's how powerful we are. And we can send a message quicker than I can snap my fingers all the way out to the universe. And the pupils in our eyes, how many of you know what a black hole is out in space, right? It's a portal to go to another universe. And there are other universes on the other side of that. Our pupils are black holes. And we have a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere. These are universes. And when you look into someone's eyes, we see that universe. We can feel it. That's how important our eyes are, how important our pupils are. Our eyes don't just receive light, they project light. That's why when you look at someone and they're back to you, when they turn and look right at you, they can feel that. We have senses all around us that nobody ever talks about. And it's incredible that we're not taught this stuff. But they don't want us to be powerful, they want us to be victims, they want us to be weak. Well, bullshit. We don't need to be weak. We are not weak. We're trained to be. It's time to stand up inside ourselves and take accountability for who we are and what we're doing and how we're doing it. Take our health back. Take our wealth back. Let's finish this up with some deep breathing exercises. Goose poo there. Oh well. Maybe it'll fertilize my feet and they'll grow. Okay, we're going to do the smile and the exhale. Smile, exhale. We're going to do a lion's breath first. We're going to do one lion's breath. I'll do one, then those who want can join us, and those who are watching and are thinking about joining us, we'll be here when you're ready. And we would love to have you join us and start helping your body release the blocks, release the energy cysts that are stuck in our body. Give your body permission to let those go. And through breathing, you can do that. It will loosen that up, because all it is condensed light. So, lion's breath. Deep breath in. We're going to do that again. Remember, the tongue goes all the way out, and we're getting rid of the gases down in the lower lobes of the lungs, all that toxicity that's down there. So, again, one more time, lion's breath. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in, smile, energy goes down through the body, right down to the ground, right down through the whole body. Ready? Exhale. Actually, we're going to change this up a little bit. We're not going to take a break at the top or the bottom. We're going to exhale, inhale. As soon as we inhale, we're going right back down. This rapid breathing technique will help loosen up some of these blockages even faster. So, ready? Next breath. Coming up, we're gonna exhale and hold. Exhale everything and hold. Inhale, hold. Feel the energy flowing through your body. Every cell is waking up. It might even give you a little jolt of electricity once in a while. Exhale. Hopefully you found this helpful. The thought hopefully worked. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video, because I gotta go wash my feet. All right? Talk to you later, everyone. Let's give you a scan of the area. Carousel right over there. This is a huge park. It has a zoo. Like I said, the little train rides, and has music coliseums. There's a beautiful mansion right up the way there. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next video.